Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Fantasy Premier League with FPL Wizard. I hope you're all fine. I hope you're ready for the final sprint. That is the last deadline of the season, guys. I hope you're all excited. I hope you're all ready for the barrage of news that's gonna come our way. I'm gonna keep you try to keep you updated with all the latest leaks and who's starting what not. So I got 57 points last week. The last second loss of a clean sheet by Guardiola and Ruben Diaz was just so painful. It would have been so much closer for me to, I guess, 200k, but I lost a double clean sheet right at the very end. It did not help. Beyond that, it was all right. Captaining Watkins over Mbumo, it's the same point, so nothing much in that. Right, so not discussing too much about my own team right now. Let's just go on and discuss about what's going on in the game week 38. I've still got my triple captain to play, so that is something I want to get it right and hope for the best. Hey, Light Trace, Todd, FPL Sam, welcome to the stream, guys. So the first news of the day that is very important is KDB doesn't start. He's been benched, so in his last game for Man City, probably he's gonna come on and maybe make some impact, but as of now, this guy's been benched. So that's a big news. We got some other news as well, but because it is not from trusted sources, so I'm not going to kind of, for example, we got news that Isak starts, but I don't know whether to trust the source or not. That is the reason I'm not gonna discuss all the leaks. I'll only be discussing those leaks that are coming from the very, very reliable and trusted accounts, because we don't want to create panic or chaos here, right, guys? So I've got one transfer that I'm gonna make. Maybe I'll make two. It depends on what I need, or what I want to consider. Todd, you're most welcome, and thank you so much for being here on every deadline stream, mate. It means a lot, and thank you so much. Uh, Isaac is like close to 1 million transfers out, and later on, if we get the news that he's starting, I mean, it could be really good to play him. KDB bench, best replacement, I guess. A really good replacement for KDB would be Jared Bowen. I mean, I think if you don't have Saka, then obviously the first replacement for KDB should be Bukayo Saka. But if you already have somebody like a Saka, then you can think about going with the Jared Bowen. I think it's going to be a very popular replacement for KDB, especially for people who are looking to kind of chase a little bit and try to go for a differential which not many people own. I honestly think that Jared Bowen's gonna be really, really good. Onana benched again. I got the news, but I'm not so sure about the source, which is why I did not write it. I'll only write about those sources which I'm absolutely sure about. I mean, even the news that Isak starts, I'm not sure about. That's Onana. I mean, not Onana from Aston Villa. I was talking about Onana from Manchester United, the goalkeeper. So I'm gonna keep you updated, guys. Don't you worry about that. Anyways, so guys, how many of you have got your triple captaincy left to play? I have KDB. Could bring on Rodgers or get Saka for a -4. I would get Saka, Lightrays. Honestly, I mean, technically, I think I would play Rodgers as well, but keeping like somebody like a KDB with so much money on the bench in the last game week, I think I'd play Saka. Don't have Saka, so KDB to Saka should be straightforward, but I'm holding the transfer as I'm waiting for Isak news. Well, that's right. You should wait for the Isak news. Do you think Trossard starts? It's a minefield right now, Arsenal, mate, with Marino, with Havertz, and let's go and check and see what they have to say. The fans, rather than predicting, I always like to go to the data. See, according to the fans, 50% of the fans, see, I told you it's a minefield, right? So 50% of the fans seem to think that Rosat's gonna start. So none of us knows, really, because the thing is with Kai Havertz, playing some minutes the other day, as well. Mikel Merino's there. I'm not so sure about who's gonna play, who's not gonna play. I feel the only one who I feel is gonna play 100% is obviously Odegaard. Plays every game. Saka's gonna start too. But the thing is, the focus of Arsenal, according to Arteta today, is gonna be on getting that golden glove for David Raya. So if you have Arsenal defenders, if you have David Raya, I mean, I would start them definitely. Because that's what Arteta said, that we have to go and get that golden glove for David Raya. So I guess they don't want to concede any goals today, and that is what they're gonna focus on today, guys. I have triple captain as well, says Lightrays. So who do you plan to put your triple captaincy on, Lightrays? Been thinking about Salah. Against Crystal Palace, he always has a great record against Palace. But I'd want to see what you think. KDB for captain for the last time, good idea. Gaspa, he's not starting. Look at the pinned message. He's been benched, mate. No captaincy for KDB, mate. If you wanna. Marmoush is starting. Alright, I'm gonna update the leaks, guys. Marmoush starts. Guardiola starts. I'm gonna keep on updating. KDB benched. Marmoush starts. Guardiola starts. I'm gonna update the leaks and I'm gonna update the pinned message so that you all are updated. And this was leaked by FPL Main Road, so there's no doubts about this information. Technically, Isak not starting would be good for me, so it would be easier for me to get Saka. Problem will be if Isak is starting, then I'm gonna have to go and sell Guardiola, and that would be a bit of a bummer because I want to keep him, especially when he's playing left back. If Isak isn't available, your thoughts on his best? I think I'd simply go down to somebody like an Evanilson. Danny Welbeck. These are if you don't have Watkins, you can definitely go with Watkins because today they need to win. Right? Omar Marmoush and Josko Guardiola are starting, so we already know this news. Don't need to repeat again. Right. So I think Evanilson is a pretty good replacement. Even Danny Welbeck, although he's playing away at Spurs, but I think Danny Welbeck is also good because Brighton are looking to win this one as well. Beyond that, I don't see too many good striker options, mate. Honestly, I think these are the ones. Watkins, Evanilson, Danny Welbeck. These are the ones which I really, really, really like. All right, any more leaks? Nothing. Yeah, everybody's now sharing the same leaks which have been already leaked by FPL Main Road. Guardiola, Marmoush. That's it. You're already getting... So guys, for all the leaks, just keep looking at the pinned message at the top of the chat. I'm going to keep on updating. KDB benched for his last game at City. Yes, us. He is benched. So, see guys, the problem... Let me go to my transfers page rather than you staring at this. Right. So, you see... What my dilemma today is going to be, obviously I'm going to use my triple captaincy, so I'm thinking about Salah, mate. I think I will captain Salah. It was between, for example, I was thinking about Isak, but with this injury thing, I would not captain him even if he starts. The only option for me is Saka or Salah. So because I want to triple captain with so I will go with Salah, mate. Personally, I want to captain Salah. Giovan says, hey Giovan, I hope you're doing well, mate. Knowing Marmoush starts, would you transfer him out to get Evanilson? Giovan, I think I would. I personally feel, I mean, Marmoush is a good option, but is not in form right now. Overall, with KDB even not starting and Haaland not really being in form, I think the Evanilson is a better option than Marmoush, especially against beaten down Leicester. I personally, I think I would, unless you have a better option. For example, in midfield, if you can start Marmoush, for example, and in midfield you've got somebody like Ismail Assar, and you can replace him with a Clivert maybe, or somebody else. I think Evanilson is a fantastic option. Any news on Saka? Not as of now, mate. If I get any news from a really good source, I would 100%, I would update. I'm looking through the news. I'm sorry guys if sometimes I stop talking because I'm trying to read tweets and stuff. I don't want to miss out on any news because everybody's watching the stream. So I don't want to kind of want you guys to kind of try and look somewhere else for the leaks, or try to just get confused. I'll let you know whatever I can find out. Juggernaut says captaining Salah won't be helpful for our ranks. Wiz. Jugs, the thing is, I mean, if I'm not sure about you, but I've got triple captaincy, right? So I'm gonna take a punt on Salah and hope he wins a penalty or two. That's against Crystal Palace, who's gonna be tired as well, and might be already on the beach, especially after winning the FA Cup, because they're gonna be in Europe. I'm just gonna take a punt, because with Saka you never know, because Arsenal's mindset is to protect that golden glove for Raya. They're not gonna be really attacking, so it just doesn't give me the feeling of captaining Saka in this game week. Maybe captaining somebody like Jared Bowen or somebody else. I mean, that could be an option, but I just personally, because I want a triple captain, I want a safer captaincy option. And if we get the confirmation that Isak starts, would you transfer him out to get Evanilson? I wouldn't. No, Giovan, I would keep Isak, mate. If I get the confirmation that Isak is starting, there's no chance that I transfer out Isak. I'm gonna sacrifice Guardiola, and I'm gonna transfer him out for a 3.9 million player just to get Saka. I wouldn't sacrifice Isak, mate. I mean, Newcastle need to win this game. If Newcastle win this game, there's every chance that they'll be confirmed in the Champions League. You never know what's happening between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. You never know if Aston Villa wins at Manchester United, you never know what's going to happen there. So Newcastle really need to win this game, and and when you want to win the game, you have to start your best players if they are fit, or if they are close to being fit. So why not? So stream is lagging today. What? How is it lagging? I'm sorry. Yes, is it your internet, or is my stream lagging? Guys, is the stream lagging for you? Please let me know so that I can reset my internet or anything like that. Don't want the stream to lag on the last day. Please let me know, guys. Is it lagging for you as well? Abhirup says, hi, Wiz, final game week, finally will miss your podcast. Thank you so much, mate. It's not going to be too long before we're back, right? Next season is just around the corner. Yasa says, have checked both data and Wi-Fi, lagging in both. Is it? What is this insanity? Guys, is the stream lagging for you? Please let me know, all of you. What about Welbeck? Welbeck is a fantastic option, mate. If Isak starts, shall I transfer him in for Wood or Mateta? I'd start him. I would bring in for Mateta, mate. George says it's not lagging. Stream looks good on my end. Look, it's okay from here. I think it's your internet or something like that. Yes, everybody says it's fine, mate. Just try to reset your internet, or just maybe reset your device. I think it's gonna be alright, bro. Are you playing Isak? Who are you triple captaining? I would play Isak if he's starting. I'm waiting for the leaks. If Isak starts, I would 100% play him. And FPL Tony, what is he saying? John joined tier 1 for full team news. Thank you for everyone. Sure, make sure to make the transfers before the servers crash. As of now, we've only got the real news. Cool, I'll close and come back. You're most welcome. Most welcome. Thank you so much for the feedback, everyone. So, if you're triple captaining, it's only, the thing is, how much differential do you want to go? How much risk do you want to take? I mean, yes, Salah's not been doing too much in the past few weeks, so I get your point. So if you look at Salah, what has he done the past few weeks? Absolutely nothing. This is nothing for Salah. These 6-pointers, 8-pointers, this is absolutely nothing. They score 5 goals and Salah scores 1. Absolutely nothing for Salah. But I'm hoping he closes the season out with the bang, mate. And it's gonna take a chance on triple captaining him. Because when you triple captain, your effective ownership is always gonna be Isak is with the team, says FPL Sum. Alright. Let me go and check. I need to go and check. Hearing Isak starts for Newcastle, says Team News FPL. No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna put this on my. Not gonna put this on my pinned message until I get confirmation from somebody who I really, really trust. This guy says Joao Pedro will be missing again for Brighton's final match of the season following Brazilian's training ground altercation with the teammate John Paul Van Hecke. And this has been leaked by somebody called Andy Taylor. I'm not sure if I trust him or not, but this is May 23rd, right? Why is he reposting it now? Isak starts. I've been getting so many messages with Isak starts. So now this Craig Hope, FPL Sam has shared a tweet with me from Craig Hope _DM. He says Isak is with the team. He's just walked in. So Isak is walked in. I'm not sure what that means. Hey Viz, what do you make of Wirtz to Liverpool? I think it's a fantastic transfer, mate. Florian Wirtz is a fantastic player. Such a beautiful technique, such a beautiful player. I absolutely love him. Yeah, agreed, Jugs. Agreed. Ignore that. Double City defense or Evanilson or Guardiola, Kirkash and Wood. I think Guardiola, Kirkash and Evanilson. Double City defense and Evanilson is good. Guardiola, Kirkash and Wood. The thing is, in Oisin, I mean, I like both the options. I don't think any of the options is bad. Double City defense, because I really need to win this game, is not bad at all. So, Evanilson, Guardiola. I mean, I think Evanilson is better than Wood in this game. Guardiola is common in both. So it's basically just Kirkash versus, let us say, somebody like a Ruben Diaz, which I think is better. I think Guardiola, Kirkash and Wood, mate. I think you should divide the risk. Depends on where you are in your mini leagues as well. It is very difficult for me to give the answer in like absolute terms, but I like the second option better. Although I like both of them. What's a better transfer in, Bowen or Saka? And is it a good option to do a -4 in the last game week? I'm on 62 right now. Want to push for 50k. I don't think -4 is going to be a problem, Yasas, especially if you're taking it for a player who you feel is going to score more points than the player you are transferring out. At 62k, you have to try to get into the top 50k, because even if you end up not getting into the 50k, at least you should try. You should at least go for the players where you are finding a good differential. And Jared Bowen, I feel, is a good differential, but I wouldn't pick him over Saka. I'm thinking about captaining Bowen. Convince me not to do so, Viz. I don't have any convincing reason not to captain Bowen, mate. I think he's been in the decent form, and as a player, I think I do like him, mate. I do like Jared Bowen as a player. And I mean, if you look at the last 5 game weeks, he's scored like 9, 10, 9, 8, 8. I mean, what's the reason not to kind of captain him? I don't see any reason, mate. If I was you, I would definitely think about captaining him. Especially you don't have a triple captain, so you don't need to go worry about the effective ownership, and you can go differential, mate. I think you can captain Bowen. Really tempted to captain Evanilson. Oh, sorry, I missed a message. Hello, Wiz. How are you? Good luck for the last game week of the season. We'll miss the weekly excitement until next season. Hey, SH, I am absolutely fine, and really, thank you so much for your kind words, mate. The weekly excitement's gonna be back soon, and I don't think it's gonna be a very long break anyway, mate. So thank you so much for your kind message, and good luck to you as well. My front three is Isak, Wissa, and Wood. My midfield is Salah, Mbumo, Sar, Rogers, and Bowen. I have 2 free transfers, triple captain active. What do you think is the best move? I think Wood for Evanilson. If Isak, I'm sorry, I didn't. I think it's a wrong, incomplete message, right? I mean, if Isak doesn't play, then you can move him on for Evanilson, and then obviously you can move on somebody like a Sar for Saka. I mean, that would be the easiest 2 moves to make. Sukrat says, I'm behind the number 1 in my league by 32 points, so I desperately need a miracle. Was thinking of transferring out Cunha and Mateta for Isak and Evanilson with a hit. Is Evanilson a good differential captain? I think Evanilson is a good differential captain, yes. But I honestly have to tell you, making up 32 points in one game week is very, very difficult, mate. You know, I have to be honest. Unless you have somebody like a special chip, like a triple captain or a free hit, making up like 10, 12 points in one game week is possible, you know. And that also depends on how many different is in your teams is there. For example, if you have 9 same players, it's hard to make up the points, mate. What to do with Wood? I would play Wood, mate. Why? See, guys, you need to also focus on those players who've got something to play for. Kieran Trippier is back. No, not trusting this source. Oh, man, these leaks are just coming in like crazy, and I don't even know which ones to trust now. Everybody's just like sharing everything. Bowen starts. What? Who said Bowen starts? FPL Goat has tweeted that Bowen starts, but he hasn't written the source. Let me see, guys, if we can get news on Bowen. If Jared Bowen starts, I mean, that's a great captaincy option for you, Jugs. Why not? I can't find the leak from where he has taken the Bowen starts, but if FPL Goat is writing it, definitely should have some kind of a source. Isak, people are sharing videos of or you know, pictures of Isak in the ground. There's no doubt he's there, but how does it amount to kind of saying that he's starting? I can't say. Sukras is also, bro, will Cunha start though? I'm not so sure, mate. Cunha's, you know, the crowd is a little bit kind of angry with him, you know, because he's like, you know, he wants to leave for United. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't start though, but you know, I'm not sure about how much they're gonna support him, or you know, previously the crowd was totally supporting him and everything, but now with the news that he's gonna leave Wolves, it's a bit difficult. But I think he's gonna start. Marco says, do we have Isak news? I'm thinking Isak to Evanilson, Sar to Salah, then would first sub and start Rogers, or Wood to Evanilson and Sar to Odegaard for funds and triple captain Salah. We don't have any reliable Isak news. People are sharing photos of him being at the ground. Doesn't mean anything for me, mate. People are just like, for example, this like Adam Hopcroft is sharing Isak has arrived, but arriving, what does arriving mean, you know? That means nothing for me. As long as I have the information, I can't say. Would you do KDB and Mbumo out for Saka and Bowen? I would simply do KDB to Bowen, man. You know, or KDB to Saka. I think Mbumo is a great option. They need to win if they want to make it into the Europe. You know, they've got a competition with Brighton for the Conference League, right? So at least Brentford would want to win. I wouldn't sell Mbumo. Mbumo's got something to play for. Arsenal's gonna play for the clean sheet, mate. I mean, even if I for example, if Isak is starting, I might not get you know, I might not I might have to go Saka, of course, but If Isak is not starting, then only I'll get Saka easily. Otherwise, I'll just get Evan Nilsson for Isak and then I'll sell Sar for Saka. Problem would be if Isak is starting, it would be very difficult for me to get Isak. Then I'll have to kind of take out Guardiol, which I don't want to do, but I don't have any options. See, everybody's now tweeting the same video that Alexander Isak is in the stadium. Anyways, let's just discuss here, guys. Let's not waste time. We've still got 33 minutes. Let's discuss some valuable stuff. These leaks are going to drive me crazy, and in the end, we're not going to get too much out of them. I think the most reliable people have already tweeted. I'm thinking of captaining. I would not captain Isak personally, mate. I would captain out of Saka and Salah. I would captain Salah. If no news, I might take the risk with Trossard and just do a defender move from Share White Kirkash. I like all these defenders, mate. And I agree with you. I think Trossard against Southampton, if he starts, I think he can have a field day there, mate. See, FPL Goat has tweeted Bowen starts, but he has not tweeted the source, guys. So I don't want to write it until I know the source, because then, you know, I don't want to be kind of, you know, spreading just fake rumors. But FPL Goat has tweeted that Bowen starts, and why wouldn't he start, guys? I mean, you know, Bowen is like the MVP for West Ham United. Even if we don't have any news, we should assume that Bowen starts, you know. If you look at the predictions, I think 100% of the fans would kind of predict him starting. So, I mean, it is really not even a leak. We already know that Jared Bowen is going to start. So we should kind of use our logic as well. Maybe he's using the same. I like Ben White a lot for this game week, mate. You know, there's a bit of a lag, Wiz. Don't know from which end. I don't understand the lag. Let me change my internet connection. Let's see if that fixes anything, guys. Jasas was saying the same previously, so let me change my connection and see if it works. Give me a second, guys. If my stream starts lagging now, it'll be because I'm gonna try and change the internet. Just bear with me a second, guys. Yeah, it's buffering. Don't worry. I'm gonna change my internet, guys. No more buffering's gonna happen here. It always has to kind of disrupt right at the end. Don't worry, guys. Just changing right now. I've changed my internet, guys. Now let me know if it's any better. Shouldn't be buffering, guys. I've got like the fastest optical fiber internet that is available to me. Guys, can you hear me? Please, I need your confirmation before I can start answering your questions. Guys, can you hear me? I hope everything is fine. It's fine, says Lightrays. Okay. We still got 29 minutes to go, so we need to fix this right now. I can't let it buffer or anything like that right at the end. It's just not gonna work like that. He warned us. Usually in my every season I bottle the leak. Come on, guys. No more news, I guess. People are just tweeting Isak and they're saying that he's walking fine, which means absolutely nothing. Right. Enough about Isak. Let's see. See, guys, let me talk about my own team a little bit. before we go on to... See, for example, if Isak is starting, I've got no other option to get Saka, you know, other than to transfer out Guardiola, and then I'm gonna have to play Ruben Diaz. So see, I've got a deficit of 2.3 million, right? So if I transfer out Guardiola, I'm gonna transfer him out for somebody like Wout Fez, will give me probably a 0-pointer, but who cares? It's gonna be on my bench. But that gives me Saka. That gives me a midfield of 5. You know, sorry, that gives me a midfield of 4. I'm gonna play a 3-4-3 if I do this, make this move. Then I'm gonna probably play a 3-4-3, and I'm gonna have to bench Rodgers with a very heavy heart. I'm gonna have to bench Rodgers. See, the reason why I want to play Wood, guys, is because Wood has a lot to play for. You know, they still have a chance to make it in the Champions League. For example, if Aston Villa loses, or if they can beat Chelsea, or if Newcastle loses, Nottingham Forest still might have a chance. They're already in the Europa League, right? They have a chance to qualify for the Champions League. Why wouldn't they go all out for this game? I don't know. And Chelsea are not even playing good. So I want to play Wood. Isak, again, they want to play for the top 4. They want to get into the Champions League without any hiccups. So Isak, again, same as with Watkins. They want to beat Manchester United, and you know, they want to win the game, and they want to try to get into the Champions League as well. So I mean, they all got motive, right? You want to play the players who've got motive. Bench 1: Rodgers, Watkins, Evanilson, Wissa. I would bench one out of Wissa or Rodgers, mate. I would play Watkins and Evanilson. I would bench one out of Rodgers and Wissa. Maybe Rodgers, you know. Maybe Rodgers. I'm not so sure about which one to bench. I mean, Wissa scored a goal and an assist last week, which is why I would possibly or probably play Wissa over Rodgers. But it's a difficult one to choose between these two. I would definitely play Watkins and Evanilson. How are the hamsters doing at the tower today? I don't know, mate. I wouldn't trust the hamsters. I would make my transfers in time. Why can't just a second, guys. No more. It's like media silence right now. No more news is coming out. Some buffering is still going on. Mate, I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't know. I've tried to change the internet twice. Maybe something is wrong, but I don't really know. Would it be better for you to get Bowen and avoid the hit, or get another Arsenal defender? Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about it, mate. I've been thinking about it, and at the back of my mind, that is there. I might do that as well. You know, you never know what I'm gonna do here, but you know, one to bench from KDB, Marmoush. Yeah, KDB is already benched, mate. Just sell him for Saka, or maybe Mbeumo or Jared Bowen. KDB is not playing. Marmoush is starting. Look at the pinned message, mate. There's been leaks, and he's not starting. I hear you, Giovanni. I've been thinking about it. Honestly, been thinking about it. As time goes by, having some wild thoughts. Instead of KDB to Saka and Isak to Evanilson for a -4, I'd keep Isak and do Shada and KDB to Trossard and Bowen. Isak will be benched. That's the only doubt in my mind, mate. I would not want to bench Isak against Everton when Newcastle have everything to play for. That is the only problem I have. Otherwise, I think your moves make sense. But I wouldn't want that. for Saka not to play at least 75 to 80 minutes, mate. I don't see any reason why Saka wouldn't play like 75 to 80 minutes. You know, although Arteta said they're going, I mean, they did want to get the Golden Glove or you know, for Raya. That doesn't mean Southampton defense has improved overnight or Arsenal attack has been blunt. Saka and Bowen in for Mbumo and Eze, or Bowen in for Sarr. I would simply go with Bowen in for Sarr, mate. Eze and Sarr would anyways be benched. Well, then you need to play somebody else, right? I mean, it all depends, mate. I mean, I like both the moves, but I wouldn't transfer out Mbumo, mate. I would keep Mbumo. Mbumo has a motive to play. I mean, they're still trying to go for the Europa Conference League, right? So why would we, would United get an award for having the fans mentally stable? Well, you know, at least you didn't have to watch. I mean, at least it didn't hurt for you. Your local rivals didn't win the Europa League, man. It was hard enough for Arsenal fans to see Spurs win a European trophy, man. Hey Zara, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Yep, tell me your problems and I'll give you the answer. More leaks are imminent. I don't see any leaks. I only see the messages that leaks are imminent, but what is the meaning of imminence? Isak to Evanilson or Frank to Areola? I think, I mean, Subhajit, I think if I was you, I'd wait for the leaks. If we get a definite leak that, you know, that Isak is starting, then I would simply move to Areola. I think Areola is a great option this game week, right? If Isak is not starting, then I would definitely move him on for Evanilson, mate. We need to wait for the leaks. I think your move will be governed by the leaks. Hey, Mr. Blanky, I hope you're doing well. Saka or Bowen, one free transfer. If you want to go for a differential, you can go with Jared Bowen, mate. I think he's a much bigger differential than Saka, I guess, right now. I have bench boost left. Raya, Guardiola, Munoz, Konza, Salah, Bowen, Saka, Rogers, Mbumo, Isak, Wissa, Areola, Evanilson, Nico Williams, Milenkovic with one free transfer. Any players to bring in and get rid of? I can't even take a -4. I don't think you need to take a -4, mate. Guardiola, Munoz, Konza, Salah. Who's on the bench? Nico Williams and Milenkovic. I think you've got a fantastic team without having to take a -4. With one free transfer if you want. Thanks for Shada or Rogers. One to start. I would start Rogers, mate. You can go with a bench boost anyways. Your team looks pretty good to me, mate. Mbumo, Isak, Wissa, Areola, Salah, Bowen, Saka, Rogers. Nothing to do, mate. Maybe if you want, you can I think your team looks pretty good to me, mate. If anything, I would maybe add a Newcastle defender there in place of Munoz. Maybe you know, a Dan Burn or something like that, or Livramento. But beyond that, I think your team looks pretty good, Mr. Blanky. I think I'd do it for a Newcastle defender more than I would do it for an Arsenal defender, mate. Seriously, if you're making a transfer, I wouldn't go for an Arsenal defender. If you already have an Arsenal defender, then starting him is a different issue. But if I had to get one, I would get a Newcastle defender. Perhaps take out Maria. What are you doing with Isak? I've got no idea, mate. I'm waiting for the news, waiting for the news, and waiting for the news, which we don't think we're going to get. Evanilson is the most transferred in player, not a differential anymore. It doesn't make a difference, mate. I don't think he's gonna... How owned he is, Evanilson? I don't think it's gonna be a lot, mate. How much owned can he be? What, 10%? 7.9%, mate. I think it's gonna be still a beautiful differential. Below 10%, everything is a differential, mate. How does Brentford have a chance at Europe? Didn't get you. Aston Villa, Chelsea. Europe means Europa Conference League, mate. You know, if Chelsea win the Europa Conference League and like Brentford finish above Brighton and like Brighton lose to Spurs, then Brentford will be on 8th, right? And 8th means they're going to qualify for the Europa Conference League if Chelsea win the Europa Conference League. I mean, there's a lots of ifs and buts in here, but you know, they still have a chance. So you have to play players who have got a motive. Hearing Fabianski starts the last game, really wanted to start Ariola over Rea and play Kiwior in defense. Well, you start Ariola, mate. If he starts, he starts. If he doesn't start, then you get Rea off your bench anyways. You know, I don't think it's a big deal. Wouldn't make a transfer for a goalkeeper. See, Newcastle United have now tweeted Isak's picture themselves. What is the meaning of this? I don't know. See, this is the issue now. Christian says, thank you, Wes, for all the info and tips given during the season, the next season. Thank you so much, Christian. Great having you here every week, mate. Thank you so much. Good luck for this game week. I don't understand, why are they now tweeting Isak's picture? What do they want to... The irony is we got City news before all the clubs, but that's the only news we got, mate. I've been looking for news all day and I ain't got nothing. Alright, I need to think about my own team, basically. So if I get Bowen, for example, if I don't get Saka, you know, I won't have to take a hit. That means whatever point Saka's, because I'm not captaining Saka, so whatever point Bowen scores, Saka will have to score 4 more. I think I'm happy with this. I'll go with Jared Bowen over Saka then. Don't wanna take a hit. That way I get to play Guardiola over Ruben Diaz. But the thing is, I need to wait for Isak. If I don't get the news that Isak is starting, then everything else is changes. You know, then I'll go for it. Evanilson and Saka. If I get the news that Isak is starting, then I'll simply go with Jared Bowen. Play cash and burn or replace one. Play cash and burn or replace one with Kiwior. No, I would play cash and burn, mate. If you have a free transfer, then it is separate. You know, then I will do it. But if you don't have a free transfer, I don't think this is needed. Hang on, maybe any information? No. Play cash and play Rogers and Murphy or replace one with somebody like play Rogers and Murphy, mate. Play Rogers and Murphy. I don't. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jugs. Thank you. Really appreciate it. It says, I don't own Isak, but considering the uncertainty, my transfer would be Mateta to Welbeck. Yeah, man. I mean, Mateta to Welbeck is fine. The problem is Spurs away, you know, but you never know with Spurs how they're going to react after winning the Europa League. But I think Welbeck is a fantastic option. So is Evanilson, but, you know, I think he's at 7.9%. He's still a differential, mate. Mateta to Welbeck is good enough, but I would prefer Evanilson over Welbeck. Yes, one free transfer. Abbas, then play Rogers and Murphy and replace. I mean Semenyo. Yeah, I would replace. I'd say Rogers with Semenyo. I would play Murphy in this game, 100%. Thoughts on the team? Luis Diaz starts some leak. Wait. Murillo on Instagram. Alright, that's fine. But who's... Egyptian King starts. We already know that. I feel hints, but thank you so much. Hey, where do you get the information? Who tweeted it? I feel some. Thoughts on the team? Isak, Marmoush, Mateta. I would replace Mateta with somebody like Evanilson. Rogers, Salah, Murphy, Sarr, and Mbuma. I would replace Sarr with Jared Bowen. Konza, Munoz, Guardiola, Agbadu, Kiwior. I would start Konza, Guardiola, and Kiwior. Goalkeeper Martinez is fine. Free transfers 4. I would replace Marmoush with Evanilson. But you don't have Watkins, right? I would replace Mateta with Watkins, Marmoush with Evanilson, and if possible, one of them with Jared Bowen. Take out the money from Munoz if possible. Luis Diaz starts. Asim LFC has tweeted. He's got 41k followers. I don't know how he knows this information, but he has tweeted that Luis Diaz is starting. Asim LFC. I have his thoughts on KDB and Mateta to Trossard and Evan Nilsson and Cap and Nilsson going differential. I think it's all right, mate. I think it's nice. I mean, you've got more money. You know, you can get something like a Jared Bowen as well. I don't think you need to go with Trossard. You know, you never know with Trossard, right? So you can go with something like a Jared Bowen. But I like the moves. Eze versus Saka with the hit. What? Eze versus Saka with the hit. I would play Eze, mate. I wouldn't take a hit. Guys, I need to make my transfers. You never know with the hamsters. Let me check the leaks for the one last time. Isak arrived at the stadium. Nothing, no leaks, nothing doing. People said there's gonna be like bucket full of leaks. There was nothing today. Absolutely. Isak to Evan Nilsson, then there's no leaks yet. Mate, there's too much noise about Isak. There's too much noise about Isak. I don't think I can do it. There's too much noise. Kirkash or White? I would go with the White. I would go with the Kirkash. Although I like both of them, I'd prefer Kirkash because of the attacking threat as well. Maybe he gets an assist in along with the clean sheet. Maybe I think he's got more assist potential than I think Ben White has got more clean sheet potential. So you choose which one you want, mate. But I would personally, if I had to go, I'd go with Kirkash. A clean sheet would be an additional. Come on, guys. Come on. Give me some news on Isak. I can't wait forever. I need to activate my triple captaincy as well. Time to luck your team. If you had fun, would you prefer Saka? If I had the funds, if we didn't have to take a hit, I would prefer Saka over Bowen. No questions there, mate. Activate it straight away with triple captain. Yeah, I'm going to do it right now, mate. I mean, I need to make my transfers. I'm just checking for the leaks for the one last time. If I don't get anything. Luis Diaz starts. Everywhere is the same goddamn leak. Luis Diaz starts. Luis Diaz. All right, I'm gonna keep Isak. I'm gonna go with Jared Bowen then. Let's see. Let's go for it. Ooh. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Ismaila Sarr to Jared Bowen. Confirmed transfers. That's it. Enough. Guys, the hamsters are doing good. Is Isak gonna start? I don't know, mate. I don't care anymore now. I've made my transfer. Actually, vice captain, I don't want to make. I didn't want to wait for too long. You never know with these hamsters, guys. You know. Kivior, Guardiol, Konza. I mean, I can play a double city defense as well. Although I mean, they both need to win. I'm just Isak benched. What? Come on. Come on. You can't do that. Oh my goodness. You're gonna give me a heart attack, mate. Come on. This is no time of joking, mate. Oh my goodness. You're kidding. Thank you. Thank God. At least we should not get a leak that Isak is benched. If he's benched after my decision, that's absolutely fine. I wouldn't mind. Start Isak or Luis Diaz? I would start both of them, Sylvester. I mean, Luis Diaz is already starting. We have a leak. Saka -4 worth or start Rogers? I think over Rogers, I think Saka is worth a -4, yes. If it was somebody else, maybe I'd say no. But yeah, over Rogers, you can. I think it definitely is worth a -4, mate. All right, so I feel some sad had me a heart attack as well. I should not be reading that aloud, innit? Crazy, man. Crazy, Izmir. You're crazy, mate. You're absolutely crazy. People, any other news? I'm now looking at the news totally, guys. I'm trying to wait. Guys, Newcastle defenders are really good. Bournemouth defenders are really good if you want to go for. And so are Arsenal defenders, you know. If you already own them, that's great. Had to do it, mate. Locking in mine as well. Nice one, mate. Nice. For the final time this season. No. Eze to Bowen, I don't care. I only care about the leaks. I don't care about your moves. Alright, anyways. There's one more leak, I guess? No, nothing. Well, I guess it's time to lock your teams, guys. It's 7 minutes to deadline. I honestly, you know, I wouldn't trust the servers. And even if you're waiting for the late news, what good is that news gonna be for you? If you know, if you're not able to set your teams, if you're not able to lock your teams, I don't think it's worth it, guys. We used to get the full Liverpool news. What happened today? We only got Luis Diaz. But I can tell you one more. I think Salah's gonna start. You know, that's another leak for you. So that's 2. The third is, I guess, Allison is gonna start. You know, the fourth one is, I guess, Andy Robertson's gonna start. Fifth is Van Dijk is gonna start. Captaining Bowen. Am I? What? I thought I captained Salah, didn't I? Yeah, I'm captaining Salah, mate. Triple captaincy on Salah. You can captain Bowen if you want to. I think it's alright as a differential. But I don't want to triple captain him. That's the only thing. I need Bradley. Yeah, I mean, it's alright. I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet, Liverpool, mate. I mean, Palace are too good attacking wise, especially exploiting the spaces. I don't think I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet, Liverpool. So I personally don't think Bradley's as desirable as maybe somebody like a Kirkash or a Ben White. Bruno Fernandes starts. Well, that was expected, mate. Please suggest one transfer, Rodgers or Murphy replacement, or bring in an Arsenal defender. Maybe in place of Rodgers, you can bring in Jared Bowen. Or in place of, you know, Murphy, I would play definitely. In place of Rodgers, if you can bring in Jared Bowen, that would be good. Or if you want to bring in an Arsenal defender, then go for Ben White. Having triple captain, who to cap? I'm going with Salah, mate. I've got triple captain as well. I'm going with Salah. Expecting Salah to score an 8-pointer, 10-pointer, I don't care at this moment in time, mate. I just want a return, you know. That's all I want. Finishing the season with a bang. Thought about captaining Jared Bowen. If I had bought Saka, I had thought about captaining Saka, but I don't have Salah. You don't have Salah? You don't have Salah. Maybe if you, which players do you have, Sylvester? Tell me your team. We've got 4 minutes. Let's try to sort it out. Play Ruben or Livermento. Already have Guardiola. I would play Livermento. Brought in Bowen for Sarr. Say, yeah, that is a nice move to make. I did the same. Man, just Saka or Bowen and Trossard. That's Saka or Bowen and Trossard. That. I'd say Bowen and Trossard, man. That's pretty good. Saliba plus Rodgers to Zabernay plus Saka. Saliba, yeah, definitely, George. Saliba is injured. He's not going to play, right? So I think that this is the move which makes sense to me. At least you got 2 players who are going to play. I don't even own Bowen, Saka, Evanilson, and others. You definitely own somebody like a Szoboszlai, man. And you know, you always find somebody to own which nobody else does, and they do the business for you always. Bruno Fernandes is starting, by the way, guys. This is the leak. If it helps you, that's nice. You know, Bruno was a. The thing is, I'm not so sure how United are going to react after losing the final, but he starts. Guys, last Sylvester says, I have Bowen, Marmoush, Ambumo, Saka, Isak, Wissa, Diaz. If I was you, I'd think about triple captaining Saka or Jared Bowen. Maybe, you know, yeah, Saka or Jared Bowen, mate. Watkins or Saka captain. Out of these two, I'd captain Saka scored 16 points against Southampton in the reverse leg, but that was a different Saka. That was a different Arsenal team. Watkins really needs to win. I guess I'd say Watkins, mate. I don't know, but I'd go with Watkins, mate. They really need to win this game, though. You know, Saka doesn't really need to win this game. Arsenal have already qualified for the Champions League. All they are going for is a clean sheet. Bruno starts. Yes. I would go with Watkins, mate. Sylvester, go with Bowen or Saka. If you want to go really differential, go with Bowen. If you want to go less differential, go with Saka. I think they're both your best chance of captaincy, mate. Final day mayhem, absolute. Guys, lock your teams. I'm not answering any more questions. If you ask me any more questions, I will still not answer your questions. That's it. No more answering. Start with or Rogers, man. Okay, I'll answer one more question. No more. Wissa. That's it. No more answering. Thanks, Wiz. Last game week to go. Another season ending with your life. Thank you so much, Sylvester. I'm so glad that you, take out the time and come to these deadline streams. I just absolutely, really appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. Semenyo in first star. No, I don't want this. I want leaks. I only want leaks. That's all I want. Bring in Kiwior and bench Cash, or bring in Semenyo for... I will bring in Semenyo for Rogers. Start Rogers or Wood. I would start Wood. Someone Lee. Please lock your teams, guys. It's 1 minute remaining. Why are you still asking me questions? Lock your teams. Start Wood over Rogers, mate. Come on, guys. Lock your teams. Thanks, Wiz. My gut was also saying Watkins I'm chasing. Cheers, Rabi Roop. I hope he does well, mate. I hope he does well. Good luck, guys. Please lock your teams. If my decision backfires, I'd be out of 100k. Jugs, it doesn't matter. You'll still be in the top 1% of all the managers, and that's pretty damn good. You know, top 10k, top 100k is what top 10k used to be, mate. It doesn't matter too much, you know. At least we had fun playing this season. We come back new season with a new energy, with more information, and we'll be better off for it, mate. You know. We only need to hit once and miss as many times as you want to, you know. We're gonna do this, mate. We're gonna keep on getting better and better. It doesn't make a difference, you know. We learn, and top 100k is pretty good in my books, mate. You know, although the aim is always for the top 10k, but yeah, some decisions went wrong, you know. Sometimes luck doesn't go your way. Still, you make it to the top 100k. Zen and inner peace is most important. It's deadline. Time to go big or go home. Yeah, absolutely, it is. Well, guys, it was a last deadline of this season. It was a bit crazy, and now you see, now leaks are gonna start to come in, which are gonna be absolutely useless. Useless leaks are gonna start coming in now. As of now, there's no leaks, but yeah. One last dance. Good luck, everyone, and good luck. Thank you so much, mate. I wish you all a good luck, very good luck, and I hope you finish the season with a bang as your highest rank of the season. I certainly hope for mine. You know, I think I was at 200 something 70k. I just hope to finish as high as possible. You know, that's all I can do. See you next season, says FPL. Absolutely, mate. Cheers, Light Race, for another great season, mate. It has been an absolute pleasure hosting you all. You know, spending time with you all on deadlines. It's just been absolutely fantastic. We'll need to head off. Good luck and see you next season. Thank you, George. I'll see you next season for sure, mate. I had loads of fun this season too, Wiz, and a crazy another. Absolutely, he was. See you soon. Thanks for all your dedication. Thank you so much, Jovan. Guys, thank you all for your kind words. I really appreciate everything that you do. You know, just coming to the deadline, spending your deadline with me. It's everything I can ask for, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you, always. And for the final time this season, pens down, and in my case, mic down. Huh? Absolutely, Azmir. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, guys, I'll hope to see you again next season. Let's just all kind of wind off. You know, just relax before the madness starts. Have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea, have a beer, whatever you like, and you know, just be ready and let's have fun. You know, all games at the same time. It's just absolutely going to be madness, and we hope that we finish the season with a bang. Thank you so much once again, everyone, for being here, and I really, really hope to see you again here next season. We're gonna be better off for it, guys, and thank you so much once again for your time. FPL Wizard signing out for the final time this season, guys. May the arrows be dark green. Bye bye, everyone. I'll see you next season. Thank you.